All right. So what we're gonna be doing okay. I'm gonna start over because apparently the first part of the video nobody could hear me. I want to thank Goran and Mr. Stinky. They contributed to the show, and with their contribution, I went and got a new microphone. Okay, because everybody's been saying, well, not everybody, a lot of people tell me I got bad sound. Now, this is an upgrade. It's a much better microphone than I had. Um, It's still a cheap one, but it's a much better one. And if this doesn't give us good sound, then I'm sorry. That's the best I could do. But Goran and Mr. Stinky, your funds went to something decent, all right? I got off work early today. That's why I'm like this. I only did like 5 hours and 20 minutes, which isn't good. I went in early and I got off early, but the day was very short. And trust me, I kind of wanted to put your money to other needs, but I think that the show is priority, and if you guys are going to contribute, I am first going to try to upgrade the whole situation here. So, affirmative playtime. So, ready? Y'all ready? I only see 2 people in here. Oh well, right. So you guys get to see it. So, I'm excited actually. So again, like I said, this was not in my budget. If you guys if the 2 guys didn't help out, I would not be having this right now. I just want to rip it open, but they package things. How do you open this box without ripping it open? Is it this way? Guys, should I just rip it open? Oh, here it is, here it is, here it is. Oh, I see. There's a tape right here. It opens this way. I was trying to rip it open this way. We're getting there. We're getting there. Hey, guys. Hey, how you doing, girl? I got a new microphone. A couple of the guys contributed to the show, and I took their money, and I got me this. Whoa. Cable. I'm sorry. So, the box opens. Whoa. Cable. Paperwork. We don't need the paperwork. We don't need that. I'm all excited. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Oops, it's backwards. Oh my Lord. Screw that. Oh, it's heavy, guys. It got some weight to it. Oh my, look at that. I know. Get that dirty thought out of your mind. This is sweet. Oh, so it got a support here, so I could screw it here if I want to, or I could just stand it there. You can't see it though. I think I'm going to put it here. What do you guys think? Quality looks good. Quality, yeah, it is. It got stuff. I don't know what that's for. So I'm not going to plug it in yet, but I am going to put it here. Okay. Let's see. So, because I want to put it on the stand, but I want to show it off, and you won't be able to see it if I just put it here. Yeah, it's like Christmas. It's like birthday. So it's this is weird. How do I? Guys, I don't know how to do this. Oh, there it is. There it goes. There it goes. There it goes. Oh, take that off. Sorry. Can you still hear me? Can you guys hear me? All right, can you guys hear me? I got this. This is still connected, but it's just hanging here now. I don't know if you guys can hear me or not. So let's do this. Oh, I see. I made a mistake. I left part. All right. This part doesn't go with this. It goes up here, and I need to take it. I need to take it off. Goes here, and then this goes here. Yeah, baby! Alright. And then this goes here. Can you guys hear me? It's plugged in. Can you guys hear me or not? Not saturation Z from Sweden. Yes, you can. Okay. I don't know if I like it like that. Oh, like that. Yeah, like that. Yeah. I gotta. Yeah! Oh, yeah! I like that. And then, I don't know if I want to put this cover on. We won't use that cover. Oh, it has volume control on it. I don't know what that means. Oh, I think you can plug in a headset to it. And there's buttons over here. Oh, okay. All right, now, how about that? That's supposed to be omniposition, where no matter where I turn, you should still be able to hear me. Let's see what you guys are saying. Let me say the hellos. Hellos to everybody. It's my dog right there. You probably hear him. He wants to get out. So Daniel, howdy. Russian ally, yeah. I love your posts. I love your comments. They're always good and encouraging. Reina, hope everything's going well. I think you're in Japan, aren't you? Nice to see you in here. Kasim, Z. Z. All right. I can't say your name. Astropet. Thumbs up. Yeah, there we are. So, okay. This is heavy. I wish I could use it, but I don't know what I would use it for, because we got this up here. It's better. So, it came with the cable, but it's already plugged in. It's the same brand. This is Blue Yeti, and this is Blue Snowball. So the connections were identical. So I don't really have to do anything. I think it's awesome. All right, so let's do the test, the mic test. There's like a 6-second delay. So I'm going to turn like this and tell me if you can still hear me. I'm going to count to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So you let me know if that was good sound like that. So, any questions? Got into an argument with a Ukrainian hater yesterday. Oh, these guys, they're so dumb. I don't know what to do. I should know better than to talk to them. I show them Western articles proving that what I'm saying is true, that I'm not making it up, and they won't accept it. So just don't argue with these people. Don't even talk to them. It's not worth the while. It's not worth your time. Hey chat, respect. I'll thank you. I also got the Discord going, so if you guys want to send messages on the Discord, let me see if I can show you what I'm looking at. Right, see, so this is what I'm looking at right now. I'm looking at the YouTube chat here. Oh, here, the YouTube chat here, and the Discord chat's over here. And on my screen, yeah, that's what I see on my screen. That's what I'm looking at. Okay, I'm gonna go back to me, so I can see your chats. Whether it be on, just check your, okay, yeah. So you can do it on Discord or on YouTube. If I support for you, Atomic Heart will make. Let me see. Is that a game? I'm a little confused. If I support you for Atomic Heart. What is Atomic Heart? I have no idea. Well, you make a playthrough it. A playthrough? I suck at video games. I take forever. I'm still struggling. I could try, but I have to look up what it is. I don't know what it is. But you have to play it with Russian audio. Bad enough I can barely play video games. I love playing them, but I suck at them. I don't know about that, Daniel. I don't know. Let me take a look at the game. Yeah, I wish Goran was around. He's not logged in right now. A lot of the guys are over there playing Rainbow Six and other games on Discord. Soulfox, I wonder where Soulfox at. He's over there doing something. I don't see the West posing. On humanity. I'm not sure what you're saying. Did I miss something there? People say Russia poses imperialistic. It doesn't. Russia poses no imperialistic threat. The only imperialistic country in the world, well, but there's a lot, but the United States is the imperialistic country. Russia just wants to be left alone to do its own thing. It is. I'll look at it. I'll look at it. I'll play a little bit of it in English, and if I think I can do it with the Russian subtitle audio and the subtitles, well, I should be able to do it with the subtitles. Let me take a look at the game a little bit. So thoughts on Moldova? Yeah, Moldova. The people in Moldova support Russia. I was reading that. It goes back to Soviet times. They don't hate the Russians. What I heard is they like them. But the Moldovan government is, I think, is corrupt. They got corrupted by the West, which is just like the United States did in Ukraine, and they tried to do in Belarus. The United States, through its non-government NGOs, non-government organizations, have gotten into Moldova. They've corrupted the leadership in the government, and I think right now what the leadership wants and what the people want are not the same thing. And I think that Ukraine is going to try to instigate something. Ukraine is losing so bad, I think, that they need to somehow draw the West into the war. I mean, the armies. So I think that Ukraine might cause problems with Moldova. I read something that they're massing troops on the Moldovan border. And Moldova's telling the Russians that they want them to get out of Transnistria, that one area. But it's all coming out of Washington, in my opinion. It's all the American government starting to stir problems, start crap. They want to expand the war, and I think they want to have more reason to go cry to the American people and say, look how evil Russia is. We need to do this. We need to do that. So, so that's kind of what I look at the situation right there. I don't know if you guys, you're welcome to disagree. So, I was going to say, I was talking to a pro-Ukrainian guy over on Odyssey, and he didn't like that I said a few months ago that the West is running out of ammunition, which they are. He's like, well, that didn't age well, meaning that, well, they didn't run out of ammunition. Well, I'm not saying they're going to run out in 2 weeks, but as the reports I've been reading, there was one about 6 weeks ago, the U.S. Navy is complaining that the government needs to either arm the Navy or arm Ukraine. But right now, the American production for ammunition is not capable of providing for Ukraine and providing the Navy with their needs. So, and Ukraine right now is expending, they're firing more bullets and missiles, more everything than all the Western countries together can combine. So gradually Ukraine is running out of ammo. I mean, it still comes in, but it fills up less. So they had a full glass, now they got less. They fill it up a little more, they get less, they fill it up a little more, and little they have less ammunition. And like one article I read was that Germany, I think, has, and someone told me, has maybe 2 weeks worth of ammo. The United Kingdom wouldn't last 30 days in the war with Russia, and France has like two days worth of ammo. We're out of ammo. And so you can have the biggest, baddest military in the world. You can have $1 trillion military budget. So I'm trying to tell this guy. But if you have no bullets, you're shooting blanks. Right? You ain't gonna get the bitch. Sorry, you ain't gonna get her pregnant, right? So that's the problem with the U.S. military right now. It could not win a war against China or Russia because we would run out of ammunition. I think the American-style war, if it was fully capable, could probably win. I'm not going to say it can't, but you can't win if you don't have ammo. And right now we don't have ammo, so the West can't defeat Russia. And anyway, so that's what I was trying to tell that one guy. Everything, you guys still there or not? I don't see any. Give me a thumbs up if you guys can still hear me. This was just to show off the mic, and I was going to take off in a couple of minutes. Let me see. There's 4 current viewers. Oh, cool. Thank you, Reina. I'm here, so you guys can still hear me. I'm just jabbing away. I'm running out of things. This wasn't really a show, and I didn't prepare it too much. I was watching one of the Alexanders from the New Duran, and so he was talking about that the West is pushing this propaganda again that Russia's running out of ammo and that they have to turn to China. But I think that has nothing to do with Russia, actually. That has to do everything to do with China. I think, like I've read articles, the United States is starting to provoke China. I read yesterday that we are going to increase our troop numbers in Taiwan. So we recognize that Taiwan belongs to China, and yet we're increasing our military personnel, training military in Taiwan. That's agitating China. So right now, I think there's a push by the United States to begin to focus on China and less Russia. And so we're beginning to accuse China of helping Russia and to make China look more evil to the American people. I don't know how much longer the U.S. is going to push the war with Russia. Russia's going to win that. They either need to jump in or get out. And if we want a war with China, we can't be fighting a war with Russia. Tell me about 8th generation warfare. I'm not aware of this. I have listened to Gonzalo Lira tell me that, that he says that Russia and China have far superior of those supersonic missiles. I forgot what they call them, hypersonic missiles. That the United States is way behind in hypersonic technology. And that we have these big, huge nuclear aircraft carriers. But if China fired off 80 of those missiles at a U.S. nuclear carrier and only 3 hit, well, that would sink it. And they have thousands of these, Russia and China. Gonzalo Lira was saying that the U.S. Navy, if it went over to China to try to kick his ass, China would just unload all these hypersonic missiles at our Navy. And we might stop 50%. We might stop 99% of the missiles they fire. But if one missile hits a ship, it's over with. People don't understand how not that powerful the U.S. is fighting a country that isn't goat herders. The U.S. has been fighting for 20 years, goat herders, guys in pajamas, and they still couldn't beat them. And to have to fight, yes, kaboom. If you have to fight a real military that hits back, the U.S. hasn't done that since Korea. I mean, even in Vietnam, we weren't really fighting anyone that was that tough. We weren't. In Korea, not that much. I think the U.S. military is overrated. It's a lot of talk, and it hasn't proven itself. And look how terrible we did in Afghanistan. We couldn't even retreat out of Afghanistan in one piece. And we think we could go up against Russia? And we have no ammo? No. You see, fully automated, integrated world with the iGlobal police bot. Oh. Skynet, basically. Yeah, and we may lead to that. We may lead to that. Oh, that's right. You're in Japan, so you're not a China fan. Yeah, I understand. I don't think people say, so you love Russia. You think they're so good. You love China. I'm not saying they're good. They're perfect. People say, Putin's a killer. I think Putin has taken out a person or two. Where's my little baby boy? Yeah, Putin has gone to town more than once, I think. But the U.S. has done more. As evil as China is, and as evil as people say Russia is, since the end of World War II, the United States has straight out killed millions of children and civilians, elderly. We have killed by destroying nations, looking like Syria. People there are dying of hunger, disease, lack of medicines and care. In other places, we just bomb them to death. So, yeah, I know China's not a good guy, but the United States just pretends to be a good guy. The vast majority of the poverty in the world, I think, is the fault of the Western countries exploiting the third world for their resources, toppling their governments whenever they get independent-minded governments that want to do their own thing and not just bend over and do what the West tells them. So I understand you're not a China fan, and I'm not going to say I necessarily am myself, but I understand that China poses an economic threat. The United States is used to ruling the world economically, and China can destroy that. China can become the #1 nation in the world with their growing economy, and the U.S. wants to destroy that. And because of that, I think the U.S. wants to start a war with China using Taiwan, meaning it's just going to be death and destruction for the Pacific. The Philippines, hopefully not South Korea, Japan, Taiwan. I think the United States wants a war in that region. So China is heaven bound. So you might not like China, but the U.S. is, what I'm reading, the U.S. wants to start a war with China to destroy the economy, and that's only going to bring death and destruction to the people of the Pacific. So China is heaven bound. I'm not sure what you mean by that. I'm not opposed to China right now because, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. Now, my enemy isn't the United States, and I'm in America, so I better not say my enemy is the U.S. government. But I understand the evils of the U.S. government, and if China can destroy the New World Order, I got no problem with that. Or if China can help destroy the New World Order, I have no problem with that. I need to look up integrated world global police bots. That sounds really interesting, so I need to know more about that. Yeah, as far as military equipment, I'm not sure exactly the best you're talking about, but our what is it? Those anti-tank missiles? They're not as good as we thought they were. Neither are the Stingers. We had shipped thousands upon thousands of anti-tank arms to Ukraine. And they weren't, yeah, they destroyed some tanks, but they really weren't able to stop the Russians. The HIMARS, they're okay, but the Russians are doing a pretty good job at stopping them. A few of the missiles get in, but they're not the game changer. One of the commenters was saying, this is a game changer, that the Ukrainians now have long-range HIMARS. It's not a game changer. They'll get this, they'll get a hit here, they'll get a kill there, they'll do this and that. American equipment is really not doing well in the war. And I think that's another reason the United States really doesn't want to send in the Abrams tank, the M1 Abrams. It would get destroyed. And the defense industry has to sell these tanks and sell this equipment and sell these rockets and these anti-missile systems. And if you send them to Ukraine and they do crappy, then people are going to go, well, why am I going to buy that? Why am I going to buy a $500,000 whatever when a $10,000 Ukrainian drone can take it out? So it's one of the reasons some of the better American equipment doesn't go to Ukraine is because the government is scared it's going to do terrible. And if it does terrible, you can't sell it on the international arms market. So I think that's one of the reasons top equipment doesn't go to Ukraine. Yeah, I think, now, I agree. I listened to Gonzalo Lira, and he's convinced that China would kick the U.S.'s ass. He mentions that the hypersonic missiles will wipe out our Navy. Even if they only shoot if only 1% of the missiles get through the naval defenses, that'll sink a carrier. You sink a carrier, 6,000 dead sailors. You sink 5 carriers, 30,000 dead sailors. The American people are not going to put up with American body bags coming back by the thousands. It's going to piss us off, but we don't have the military industrial capacity to fight China. Our Navy would get sunk. It's 3,000, 4,000 miles away. It's hard to supply. The bulk of the death is going to be the people of Taiwan, China, maybe Japan, Korea. They're going to be the ones who mainly die if we fight China. If it gets out of hand. So I don't know. I don't know about scientifically, but again, I don't know what to believe anymore. Scientifically, we were lied to about a certain ailment. That's coming out. Our government agencies that are supposed to take care of our health, they lied to us. They created something that they put in people's bodies, and they lied about that. So our scientists trust the science. Well, first you got to trust the scientists to believe the science. If the scientists are liars, then the science means nothing. And so, but scientifically and militarily, yeah, I think that I'm starting more and more to believe that the United States militarily is overrated. And that's scientifically, our scientific technology is overrated. Japan, for instance, has much superior innovation, I think, than we do here in the United States. China is proving that it's very innovative, and so does Russia, showing that it is very innovative. I like the drone technology coming out of the East a lot. Iran, out of the blue, Iran is producing the best drones, military drones in the world. How'd that happen? And they're under sanctions. People like to, in the United States, would like to paint other people in other countries as stupid. Seriously, I mean, who says that? That's the impression I get. I get the impression from our government that the countries in Africa, people there aren't that bright. That's why they don't have more. The countries in the Middle East, they're not that smart. That's why they don't have more. No, Iran shows you right now, they're very smart. The Iranians are great mathematicians, great doctors, great engineers. They do so much with so little. The people of the world are very intelligent, and they don't get enough credit in the West. Yahweh. China will take an American cell phone, take it apart, and put it back together better and cheaper. People always talk Chinese products are crap and they're cheap. They're crap and they're cheap because we Americans buy cheap crap. But when China wants to build quality, they will build a quality whatever they want. They will build it very well. If people want to buy cheap, people don't want to buy expensive things like me. This is more than this, but this is still only not. This is not $1,000 microphone. So you get what you want. People in China don't want expensive houses, and so they get crappy construction, and they buy that because that's really what they want to pay for. So when the Chinese want to build something that's solid, good quality, they can do it. They do it very well. All right, guys, it's the middle of the day for me right now. It is 12:48, and I really just wanted to show off the microphone. And there's 5 of you in here. Did I miss somebody that came in? I didn't get a hello. Let's see. Want to make sure everybody got a shout out. I think everybody got a shout out. It's pretty good. I appreciate it. This was just to talk a little bit and answer some questions. So, Reina, since you're the only woman in the room, we all have to bow down to you and say we want to say thank you for being here. You're the best. You guys need to go find her on Twitter. She has a great voice. I think she's a good singer. Delphi, I'm just leaving. Delphi, the show was about showing off the new microphone. 2 of the guys had donated to the show. And instead of spending the money on me and my costs, which I wanted to do that, I really did, I thought I would take the money and I would use it to buy a new microphone because people were saying this isn't really a good microphone. I know it's not. It makes a good ball. But so I bought this with the donations, and I wanted to tell Goran and MrStinky on Odyssey, thank you for the donation. If it wasn't for you, I couldn't have this right now. So thank you very much. That's really what the show was about today. Thank you for tuning in. I'm sorry that I'm taking off. I did do some chatting. If you guys want to go back and watch that. So later, you take care. Bye.